What is up, everybody? This is your boy, that boy Dino, and we're here today with a fun, exciting
reaction video
to a crazy, somewhat weird video that my brother sent me earlier last week. I have no idea what it's about, but we're going to check in and see what this video has to offer. So far, if you're checking this video out, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dino, aka that boy Dino. I'm going to see if I can not. How's that? Sorry for the dilemma here. What is up? Thank you for your patience. My name is Dino, and I'm excited to start this video. Go ahead, grab your LaCroix, grab you some ramen. Oh, this is good. This is real good. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm in my room by myself. We're gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna watch this video right here. I'm only girl my BF, boyfriend, knows exists. Let's see where this story takes us.
Have you ever felt different from other people your age?
Off the bat, I can already relate.
Like you just didn't fit in for one reason or another? Well, I didn't fit in simply because I was smarter than everybody else.
Now, that's the exact reason I've always felt like I don't fit in.
I'm not trying to boast or anything, but it's just the way I was born. I still had friends my age, but sometimes I just lock myself in my room, obsessed with new scientific discoveries and experiments. When I was 15 years old, my parents decided to send me to a summer camp in the countryside because they felt that I needed a break from my work.
Wait, what was that wink for? Does anyone know what that wink was for? I definitely felt like I was inside, like part of the inside of a joke. I also felt a little uncomfortable. Maybe it's a long joke. It's gonna come to play in the later part of the video. Let's find out.
At first, I refused. The whole idea of a camp grossed me out completely. But before I continue, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Doing so will cause you to have a full day of good luck tomorrow.
That's right. Couldn't have said it better myself. Make sure to like and subscribe. Turn that red button gray, because we all want to be a happier, more content group of people. And the best way to do that is to stay subscribed to my channel and watch every single video all the way through and comment what your favorite part was. That's the best way to do it.
Come on, it'll be fun. My mom tried to convince me. Absolutely not, I asserted. Think of all the cool things you'll get to do. Swimming in the lake, hiking, fun sports, crafts, and you'll make so many new friends, my dad added. I already have enough friends, I whined. I tried for hours to negotiate with them, but my efforts were in vain. In a few days, I was all packed and ready to head out to camp. It was a really odd experience at first, because I wasn't used to sleeping anywhere but my own huge, comfortable bed.
That's kind of a flex. Most of what this girl is saying is a flex anyways. Feeling some weird vibes from this girl. Not a fan.
After my parents dropped me off, I was shown to my cabin, which I had to share with 3 other girls I had never met before. Ew, I thought as I cleaned my dusty mattress and covered it with my clean sheets. What's your name? Said one of my cabin mates. Edna.
Her name's Edna? Like Edna.
Load?
Now this is getting good. This is the kick. Woo! I just spit my food. Don't judge me. You do it too. You've done it before. Gosh.
What about you? I asked. I'm Felicia. Welcome. I hope you have a wonderful time here. I'm here every year. There are so many cute guys to check out.
I don't know. I just thought I should pause it there. Whatever.
She replied. I hadn't considered that fact until she mentioned it, because I was always so preoccupied with my work. I never really bothered to think about boys at all. After I got settled in my room, Felicia offered to show me around. The place wasn't as bad as I expected, and it was nice to get lost in nature. At dinner time, we walked to the huge dining room, which was filled with kids of all ages. We collected our food and went to sit down. After a few minutes of daydreaming about my mom's excellent food, I looked up and saw him. Oh my God, Felicia.
Oh my God, Felicia. He kind of looks like an anime character. This is the anime character that's like the edgy, silent type that all the girls are obsessed with. He's got blue eyes. He has black hair, white shirt. Holy crap. This is Sasuke Uchiha. She's falling in love with Sasuke Uchiha. Now we'll just have to see if Sasuke plays the silent type like he does as normal, or he's gonna go a little bit more hardball.
Who is that?
Definitely hardball.
I asked while pointing. Him? Oh, that's Wyatt.
Sasuke Uchiha.
I was totally mesmerized. He was the most gorgeous guy I had ever seen in my life. I had to get to know him. After dinner, I found out about his entire schedule and joined whatever activities he was part of.
That was a pretty low-key way of saying I stalked him. I act as if that's kind of creepy, but I think, let's be real, I think we've all been in a moment of just doing extreme detective work on someone that we find interesting. All I'm gonna say is, FBI, let me know if you need help. Just let me know, okay?
I was just waiting for him to eventually notice and talk to me. Unfortunately, he never did, and I had to make the move myself. It was one morning after a hike to a nearby lake. I pretended to hit.
Holy moly, what was that sound effect? Sounded like she broke her foot. But it's for love.
Hit my toe on a rock and I screamed. Are you okay? He said as he ran to my rescue. It worked, I thought. I pretended that I wasn't okay. Well, I'll sit here with you until you feel better, he said. The rest of the campers walked back to the camping ground, but we stayed there. We spoke about everything, and just as I expected, he had a warm, loving personality. He was friendly, adorable, and ever so dreamy. Such a charmer. The next day, he came knocking on my cabin very early in the morning to see how I was doing. I'm doing a lot better. Thanks for checking on me.
I'm getting very Zoe Deschanel vibes. Like this feels like an episode of New Girl, and she's just like narrating the whole show.
I smiled while feeling so proud of myself. My plan was working. I guess that finding a boyfriend was just as easy as conducting a scientific experiment.
That's all we guys are. That's all we want to be, is just an experiment. Ladies, the more you understand we're just a little piece of science, it's not that hard, it's not that difficult.
I decided that he would be my new experiment. I followed him everywhere. Sometimes he didn't even know I was following him. I wanted to know what he was doing at all times. I even went to his cabin after midnight to make sure he was sleeping safely and soundly in his bed.
Okay, now she was giving off Zoe Deschanel vibes. Now she's giving off Edward Cullen vibes.
It seemed like he liked me too, and as we got closer to each other, I found out that he didn't have a girlfriend. Yes, I thought. Soon that will be me. Camp went by in a blur. On the last day, Wyatt and I exchanged contact information and vowed to stay in touch.
Okay, so far this video has been super entertaining and interesting. It's been setting up a great plot. We're about halfway through the video. The only problem is I see the caption, or the title is, I'm only girl my boyfriend knows exists. And so far we haven't heard anything about how that's true. I have no idea how Sasuke is supposed to figure out that she is Zoe Deschanel, but also Edward Cullen at the same time. No clue, so let's find out.
I made sure that he knew how I felt about him before we parted ways. As soon as I got home, I got my phone and realized I received a text message from him. I feel the same way about you. Would you like to be my girlfriend? Of course, I replied. Luckily, he only lived 10 miles away from me. We were able to see each other some weekends, but I was sad that I didn't get to see him every day like at camp. When I wasn't with him, I was consumed by thoughts of him. Every single day, I'd stalk him on social media.
This guy's got his Instagram handle with official in his name, and he has, what, like no followers? That's what I can't stand, is when people have like official so-and-so, and they've got like their mom following them. If that's you, you may take offense. You're allowed to. Thank you.
But one day, I got a bright idea. I decided I could simply hack into all his accounts to find out more about him. I knew he was the perfect guy for me, but I still had doubts sometimes. I hacked his Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok.
This guy has 117,000 followers on TikTok? Holy cow. Never mind. You can be official. You official, Wyatt.
And even his email. I read all of his messages every day, and I made sure to mark them as unread before he signed on. 2 girls had tried to make a move on him since we got together, but he simply told them that he had a girlfriend, and I really appreciated him for that.
I'm just now realizing she's actually looking at all of his messages before he finds her. Girls, if you're wondering, this ain't it.
It was all going wonderfully, and I continued to fall more and more in love, until his ex-girlfriend Jessica sent him a message one night.
Oh! Oh, now it gets juicy. Oh.
He replied, and I read through the entire conversation. It went like this. Jessica, hey Wyatt, I know that you have moved on, but I really miss you. And I hope that we can be together again someday. Wyatt, I feel the same way about you. I mean, I really care about my new girlfriend Edna, but I still miss you a lot. She doesn't really compare to you. Jessica, wanna meet me at my house tomorrow to talk? Wyatt, sure, I'll be there at 4. Can't wait to see you. XOXO. I was horrified. How could he do this to me? I went completely silent and did not respond to any of his messages.
Is that a thing? That's a thing. You women do that.
Decided that I would continue reading their conversation the next day to find out how their meeting went. The next day, she sent him a message asking if he had gotten home safely. So they really did meet each other, I thought. I immediately felt threatened. I could not allow him to break up with me to go back to her. I brainstormed ideas and finally decided on the best one. A few years ago, I had begun working on a memory erasing device.
It's all coming together.
I gave up after a while because it wasn't working the way I wanted it to, and I had no one to test it on. I decided to start working on it again. With Wyatt, I pretended that I didn't know that he went to see his ex, and I behaved like a perfect girlfriend. But I got no sleep for at least a week trying to finish my device. When I was finally done, I called him. Hey Wyatt, we've been together for a while, and I was thinking that it's time for you to meet my family. I've told my mom and dad about you, and they're so excited to meet you. Would you like to come over for dinner tomorrow night?
She looks so evil, but wait a second, is that a Bluetooth headset? My boy Wyatt is driving a frickin' Lamborghini and a Bluetooth headset. This guy must be making some mad stacks on TikTok.
I asked. Sure, he replied. I could tell from his tone that he wasn't very excited. I needed to carry out my plan before he broke up with me. Everything I told him was a lie, though. My parents didn't know he existed, and they wouldn't be home when he arrived. The next day, I was extremely nervous because I sort of expected him to change his mind last minute.
Bae, come over. Me. Sorry, I'm working on my mind control machine. Bae, parents are at home. Who are you?
Luckily, he didn't. He was on time, and he even brought me a present.
Wow, he brought a gift. Wyatt is really top notch. Just find yourself a guy like Wyatt and then distort his mind and memories to where he only knows who you are, because this is apparently working.
Wyatt, you came! I squealed while giving him a hug. Of course I did, my dear girlfriend. He replied with a smirk. Well, my parents are running a bit late, so I was thinking we could just get a snack from the kitchen before dinner. But before we do that, I've been hearing a weird noise in the bunker downstairs. Can you help me figure out what it is? I said. You have a bunker? Why? He laughed, but he gestured that we should go check out the noise anyways. This was all too easy. When we got down there, he said, but I don't hear anything down. But before he could finish, bang! I hit him on his head with a baseball bat and he passed out. I ran upstairs to get my memory erasing device and flashed it in front of his face. I'd never tested it on anyone, so I just hoped it worked.
She been watching too many Men in Black, like I literally got his mind erased. All right.
It took a few hours, but he eventually regained consciousness. Where am I? Who are you? He said while looking extremely confused. You're home, darling. I'm Edna, your girlfriend. I'm the only girl in the entire world, and I'm all yours, I said. Wow, I'm so lucky. What happened to me? Why don't I remember anything? He asked. Well, we went to a party and you had a lot to drink. I think you're just really tired or hungover or something.
That's how I like to party. Actually, that wasn't even a joke. That's actually how I like to dance. That's actually my go-to dance move. Boom, roasted.
Don't worry, I'll bring you some snacks, I said. Okay, beautiful, he replied. I grinned to myself as I walked upstairs. It worked! I'm a genius. Jessica will never hear from him again. How dare she try to steal my boyfriend, I thought. I made him a sandwich and quickly went back to the bunker. He ate and fell asleep. I guessed it was a side effect that I hadn't really anticipated. I stayed with him for a while.
What happened to his legs? What happens to his leg? Did you cut those off too? Did you cut the legs off? Tell me right now. Edna, don't you? No, stop. Look at me. Look at me, Edna. Did you cut off your boyfriend's legs?
Then decided to go back upstairs because I thought my parents had returned. Before leaving the bunker, I put a large sign on the exit. Do not go outside. It's dangerous. Wait for me. Also, be quiet.
Shh. Holy cow, she's a kidnapper. She's literally kidnapping him.
I couldn't have him wandering around my house looking like a lost animal.
Sasuke. That was too perfect.
When I spoke to my parents, I pretended that everything was normal. They had no clue that I was hiding a boy in their house. Days went by, and I decided to make Wyatt's bunker more comfortable. I decorated it nicely and brought him lots of books and snacks. I would have set up a television for him too, but I didn't have enough money to buy one, and I thought it might make too much noise. Wyatt never really asked about the sign I put on the exit or why it was too dangerous to go outside. In fact, it seemed like he thought about nothing but me. He was thoroughly obsessed. Every day he'd write me poems, sing me songs, and tell me how awesome he thought I was. This was exactly what I wanted, and he became the world's perfect boyfriend. Meanwhile, Wyatt's family was searching everywhere for him.
Oh, so he literally went missing. Is this real? We can only hope it's not.
The police were involved too, but because I had access to all his accounts,
Facebook, Weeder, Instate. Instatun? That wasn't even a good try, honestly. Everything was normal until Instatun. Oh, wait. Like gram, the unit of measurement, and a ton. Okay, maybe that was kind of funny.
I made it seem like he'd simply run off with some friends for a while. I had a perfect love life for about 2 months, until Wyatt started to experience some side effects he never told me about. He started regaining his memory little by little. I don't know why he never talked to me about it, since he seemed to worship the ground I walked on.
It's not like you abducted him or anything.
One night when I brought him dinner, he managed to get a hold of my phone. I didn't notice because I was busy reading a poem he had written for me. Apparently, he had called his parents and let him know what was happening. A few minutes later, the cops burst through the bunker and rescued Wyatt. I was taken away while my parents looked on in total shock.
Parents be like...
They couldn't believe I was capable of something like this. I was taken to a mental health facility, and I'm not allowed to talk to Wyatt anymore.
Whatever. It's just one of them things, right? Girls...
But when I get out, I will find him again, and he will be mine.
Holy cow. That went somewhere. All right, well, that's it. That's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked this style of video, this type of content, be sure to make sure to comment what you think I should maybe react to later. And as always, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It really helps me out, and I would love to get this channel going places. So far, I'm at about 350 subscribers, and I am super appreciative of that. It might not seem like a big number to some, but for me, I really appreciate it. I'm just very thankful and grateful for you, for watching this, for subscribing. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna keep pushing this. If you have subscribed and you want a sticker of that boy Dino on in your refrigerator, or you want one for free, here, if you want one of these stickers, you can just go ahead and hit the link in the description below to fill out a survey, and I will personally handwrite a little letter to send to you with the sticker in the mail. So be sure to do that. Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you next time. Peace.